Well, folks, I'm with Dave Wyndham, Director of Mason County Public Health, and we are talking about this weekend's bike rodeo at Olympic Middle School. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
This is a great time to have one of these bike rodeos. School has just let out. Kids are going to be really excited to get out and ride their bikes around Mason County and in the Shelton area, but we want to make sure they're safe. So let's talk a little bit about this bike rodeo and what people can expect to see out of it.
So this bike rodeo, it's going to be fun. We have lots of activities for the kids. We're going to run them through a process so they'll learn about the rules of the road, they'll learn about safety, we'll fit them for bike helmets. The Boy Scouts are coming in, they've taken classes on how to do maintenance on bicycles, so the Boy Scouts are going to be teaching kids how to maintain their bikes.
That's awesome.
And the police department is going to talk a little bit about rules of the road, and then we have the sheriff's office going to come up and talk about boat safety and life jackets. So
Sure.
We're kind of covering those things that kids really love to do, but can have some problems.
It is going to be a really nice day. The weather is expected to be beautiful on this Saturday, and sunshine, summer, and kids. I mean, I can almost hear the bells on the bikes and the playing cards and the spokes, and this is a real rite of passage. Unfortunately, every year there are tragedies that occur because of either drivers not being aware of surroundings and bicyclists out there, or bicyclists not following the rules of the road. So what are some of the messages you want to share? Let's start with some of the drivers that may notice more bikes on the roadway.
Yeah, in fact, I just saw a group yesterday with one adult and about 12 kids out on Wallace Nealand and pedaling away, having a great time. Great to see. They all had their helmets on. They're all ducks in a row. It looked great. But not always do you see that. You see the kids running around in the neighborhood having a great time. So we're going to try to show those kids that there's ways to be safer doing that, and then really encourage kids to get out and ride bikes and be active and play and have fun.
Talk to me a little bit about we all know about safety belts and wearing our seat belts and helmets now if you're up skiing and snowboarding on the mountains, and it has kind of been ingrained for a long time that bikes and helmets go together. And what's the adoption rate on this? I mean, do people understand this?
I think they do, more than they used to. It really used to be a struggle. What we're seeing, though, is a lot of kids don't have access to helmets, or they don't have the right size helmet. They get a hand-me-down helmet. And they're not that expensive. They can be $20. They can be, whatever you want to spend on a helmet. So we got some donations to pay for a lot of the helmets.
Oh, awesome.
So North Mason Fire, I think, donated 40. We had another group that donated helmets. So we've got a lot of donations from local groups to get to kids who just don't have those resources.
Yeah. And talk to me about some more of your partners. You mentioned that the Sheriff's Office would be there. You just mentioned North Mason Regional Fire and Shelton Police. Who else is going to be on
Molina has donated bicycles. The Kiwanis Club has donated bicycles.
So there's bicycles too?
Yeah, we're going to give away a few bikes. We're going to give away 10 scooters.
Oh my gosh.
Some kids don't ride a bike, but they'll ride a scooter.
Yeah.
Well, let's get them in there too. So,
what can you tell me about some of the health benefits of riding a bike for folks of all ages?
Oh, it's amazing for your health. I undertook a process this year, lost some weight, got on my bicycle and rode it, and went, wow, this is so much easier. And then as I got more active, the blood pressure came down. All kinds of great health benefits happen when you get active and start doing things that are actually very pleasant to do.
There are a lot of great paths in Mason County, in Shelton area. You have opportunities to go on extra long bike rides if you want all throughout the county. They just had, for Karen Hilburn's Cancer Fund, the Tour de Mason Lake, which went from Shelton all the way up around Mason Lake. So it's an accessible, bikeable county, and there's a lot to see and do. This weekend, Olympic Middle School. What are some of the things do parents or do the people bringing the kids need to have with them to get a helmet, or what are...
Bring your kids, bring their bike.
That's it.
Yeah, and as the kids go through, they're going to have a passport. And each station they go to, they'll get signed off on their passport. And at the end, ice cream.
Oh my gosh. This is turning out to be a great one.
Yeah.
Smiles and smiles on the miles of bikes that will be out there on the roadways. Well, that's really cool too about your story. And I've been on the bike a little bit here, gearing up for the STP. the Seattle to Portland bike race. So that's kind of a long one, but it is fun to get on the bike. It's fun to just, you know what I like most about it is you see things in the county that you would never have seen in the car.
Right.
Because you have that little extra time, you're looking left, you're looking right. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. And there's so many different kinds of bikes anymore.
Yeah.
Which makes it easy for anybody of any age. I like to ride more upright. Some people like to ride faster.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and there's so many ways to do that.
You can go from, as you mentioned, 2 wheels on a scooter. They even have electrified scooters now, bikes and e-bikes that can help with the pedal assist. And I've seen the range on some of those things, and the speed, you can get pretty good on those
Yeah,
things.
they are.
That's awesome. Dave, this is a great, very cool. Is this the first one that Mason County's put on? Or
Yeah, this is
this
the first one we've done in Mason County.
That's really cool. Bike rodeos are great for the kids. Bring them to Olympic Middle School this Saturday from 1 until 4. There's bikes, there's scooters, there's helmets, there's ice cream.
Can't get any better than that.
Dave Wyndham from the Mason County Public Health Department. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
All right.
That works.
Great.